Oh my god! So shallow!
So today I've come to Marazion. And I know what you're probably thinking, yes Sean, we can see that because we've just seen St Michael's Mount. But the main difference today is that we're going paddleboarding as opposed to snorkeling like we did last time. And I nearly didn't get into this car park. This is the main car park at Marazion. And a little trick of the trade, if you don't get here early enough, there's always a sign at the main entrance that says car park full. Now, I ignored that today and took a little drive around the car park, and there was about 7 spaces. So just because it says it's full doesn't necessarily mean it is. The only reason why I really wanted to park here is because I'm taking the paddleboard in the water and I don't really want to be sort of carrying it across the road from the overflow car park. I'm completely done with hand pumps, especially in this heat. There's no way I'm going to be hand pumping up a paddleboard in 27-degree heat. And to be honest, this pump's probably like been a godsend really, and I didn't have to buy it because it's my dad's. Cheers, Dad. My eyes look a bit squinty, I've just got sun cream in my eye. Now that pump was a hell of a lot easier than doing it by hand, especially in this heat. It's actually quite windy today. I wasn't expecting this. When I left Falmouth this morning, there wasn't a single piece of wind, but it's actually quite windy today, and I think that being in an inflatable paddleboard, I might end up drifting, but we'll see. The beach isn't too busy and it's high tide as well. I'm just walking down to the far end of the beach just because it's so windy. The wind's going towards the west, so obviously if I get in the water and I start drifting that way, at least if I walk a little bit down the beach, if I do start drifting, then I'll be close to the car at the end. It's too hot to be lugging this though. And I'm all in black. I do have a wetsuit on, but I'm not being a complete wuss. It is my summer suit, but again, probably, hopefully, won't spend too much time in the water. Tell you what, definitely wasn't a day for snorkeling. Visibility is shocking, but there's the mount. So, it is quite choppy. Probably will end up standing up, but I'm going to put my wetsuit on fully before I do. Simply because if I fall in, which I probably will, we all know how much of a wuss I am when it comes to not wearing a wetsuit. So, tell you what, it is an absolutely stunning day to be out in the water. But the water's got this real bit seweragey smell to it today. A bit weird. Right, so far it's not too bad. It's a bit choppy. Definitely putting the wetsuit on though, just in case I slip in. I kind of got it a bit wet as well, and there's nothing worse than trying to put on a wetsuit. That was easy. If I said I fell in on purpose just because I was too hot, would you believe me? Look at the mount from this angle. I mean, it's the same as if it was low tide and you were walking here, but still, look at how beautiful it is. We're really quite close to these rocks, and there's cormorants on there, and there is seagulls on there as well. I'm just going to show you how you see the rocks through the water. And over there, seagulls, and then we've got some seagulls and some cormorants. Cormorants are flying away. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to name this rock Jackson Pollock Rock because it looks like the seagulls have covered it in. Okay, I'm like right in the midst of this. Really don't want to bottom out here. St Michael's Mount. Look at that. Alright guys, so over here there's like loads of seagulls in the water. They're probably actually doing what they're supposed to do and doing some fishing. So let's go right through the middle of them, shall we? Ah yes, another Jackson Pollock. St Michael's Mount again. So this is how far out we've come. So there's Marazion, these are those rocks. Those are the Jackson Pollock rocks. As you can see, I'm not paddling at the moment, and we're drifting closer and closer to them. That's how strong the currents are here. What a load of old pollocks. Gonna find somewhere out of the wind. I saw somewhere on the internet that they were planning on getting rid of the leashes that are on paddleboards, and I don't really understand why. They said something along the lines of that it can be dangerous because it can pull you under, but on an inflatable paddleboard which has got more buoyancy than anything. If anything, for me, if I came off my board and it was windy and it started drifting away, the leash is there to pull you back to it and to make sure that you never really get a huge distance away from your board. You know, it might not necessarily be true. I saw it on Facebook, but all I know is I wouldn't let any of my loved ones, my nephews or my partner Kate or anyone out on a paddleboard without a leash on. other nice lads from London and Kent, well, London Way in Kent. They're down on holiday, so they'll probably like the videos. They were the ones that jumped in and filmed me jumping in. There's a yacht out there with Tom Cruise on it. My dad actually builds yachts like that, so it might even be one of his. It's always nice meeting new people. Tom, Oscar, nice to meet you. Hope you enjoy your holiday, have a safe journey back as well, and welcome to the channel. There is a phenomena called tap nose. Now, so the way that it works is whenever you're in the sea and you don't have like a snorkel mask on or anything like that, and you take any sort of instant hits to the nose with water, like if you're surfing and you fall in, or like when I was just jumping in off those rocks, the water goes up into your nose and just sort of sits in your sinuses. And then about, 3 or 4 hours later, you just get a sudden rush of snotty water just dripping out of your nose. And if you want to hurry it on and not wait, sort of 3 to 4 hours, then just put your head down like this for a few seconds and it should just start gushing out. I just had that when I was deflating the paddleboard. But yeah, that's about it from me today. Hopefully you liked it. And again, cheers Tom and Oscar for participating in the video. Some good dives. You're a lot braver than me. There's no way I would have gone in that water without my wetsuit. If you are new here and you've made it this far, consider subscribing. Because if you love Cornwall as much as I do, then you're going to want to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.